Well, more now on the breaking news this morning that the Foreign Secretary, Dominic Raab, has said that families of US personnel serving at RAF Croughton in Northamptonshire will no longer have immunity from criminal prosecution. This follows a meeting with the parents of Harry Dunn, who was killed in a collision outside the base with a car driven by a former CIA officer, Anne Sacoolas. Well, joining us now is Harry's mother, Charlotte Charles, and the spokesperson and lawyer for the family, Rad Segar. Thank you very much indeed for being with us. First of all, this new agreement, does it only apply to people working at RAF Croughton?
Yes, that's been confirmed, Adam, that these arrangements have only applied to Croughton. But look, and as you say, we're absolutely thrilled. What the parents set out to do, other than, of course, bringing Anne Sacoolas back, is to make sure that this will never happen again. And that is what they've achieved today. It's a huge development, unprecedented, that you would ever secure these sort of free waivers. But look, the absolute fundamental thing is, here we are in July 2020, with the Americans having agreed that nobody at Croughton now has immunity. What's good now must have been good last August when Harry was killed, and they absolutely now have to send her back.
And as Harry's mother, how do you feel today?
I feel really proud of ourselves as us four parents. We've campaigned so very, very hard to make sure that another family doesn't get treated the way we have been. So we're really pleased. It's a huge step forward, but we're only halfway there. This campaign will never go away until we've made sure that Anne Sacoolas is brought back to the UK. But we are proud of our achievements, and Harry would be really proud of us too.
Yeah, indeed, but it's not retrospective, is it? So at this stage, there's no particular reason or guarantee that Anne Sacoolas will actually come back to face justice in this country.
And that's right, Adam. And the United States, as the sending state, it's their decision. And if they choose not to, we can't go and kidnap her. But morally and legally, this is indefensible. They are not behaving in accordance with international norms, particularly having agreed to this free waiver today. So we now call on the Foreign Secretary and the British government to make it absolutely clear that Anne Sacoolas has to come back. And if she doesn't, what the consequences are going to be. And just as one example, they suspended the extradition treaty with Hong Kong. If the Americans are not going to play ball with extradition between the UK and the US, then I've asked, we've had a meeting with Dominic Raab this morning, and I've asked him to consider a range of options which he could take to bring the Americans back into the international fold.
And specifically, will you campaign for this change in the way that diplomatic immunity is treated to be expanded beyond the RAF base itself to all American diplomatic personnel?
Look, it's our position, Adam, that nobody is above the law. And of course, that's what the Vienna Convention actually says, that you should, even if you are a diplomat, you should stay and abide by the laws of your host country. And that is Britain's position abroad. It waives immunity every single time. But they have to be absolutely clear, whoever they are, that nobody is above the law. Any diplomat in this country has to stay and face the consequences of their actions.
None of this, though, is going to bring Harry back, is it?
No, it's not going to bring him back. And we have to live with that pain every day. So believe me, we know he's gone. And we know that everything we're doing isn't going to bring our precious boy back. But when we lost him, that promise I made to him to make sure justice was done still burns as strong as ever. And the determination that we as a family have to get Anne Sacoolas back will never waver. So yeah, you're right, it won't bring him back, but it sure as hell will make sure that no other family particularly in this area at the moment, will ever suffer the way we have. But you are right to say that we will still be campaigning to make sure that that does include the other bases in the country. We just have to start to understand an awful lot more what their agreements are.
And what are your feelings towards Anne Sacoolas? Because I think you'd probably accept that this was a dreadful accident. It wasn't something she wanted to do at all.
It's not an accident because it could have been prevented. You know, if she'd have driven on the correct side of the road, then it wouldn't have happened. So we don't use the word accident. I don't feel any hate towards anybody in this campaign. You know, that's not what we're about. But I do feel extremely strongly that she needs to come back and face the justice system. You know, any one of us would have to do it. She needs to do the same as well. You know, get over here, get it over and done with. We don't even care what the CPS would hand down, what the courts would hand down to her. You know, it's not about the punishment or the sentencing. It's clearly just for us, like we said from the start, it's just about doing the right thing. It really is that simple to us. And I would expect any member of my family to have to do the same if she was on the other foot. And I would certainly be doing it myself. So I don't see that she should be any different.